good morning, or I should say good afternoon. So, welcome all, and thank you for your time and presence here today. My special thanks to iDAC for giving this opportunity to talk about light. Today I will discuss three main pillars about lighting: art, lighting, lighting as science, and lighting as technology. Many of you may be thinking that lighting is just a product or artificial light. But believe me, today it will change your mind that lighting is not only about product or artificial light. Light is something more than that. I have started my understanding of lighting in 2001, and that time it was 18 watt PLC or a 50 watt halogen lamp. But since then, believe me, my love for lighting is started more and more. Today, after 20 years, it's all around, we can see the LED lighting. But LED lighting have many pros and cons. So today we'll discuss in detail what it is good for and how we can make it better. So when we are talking about lighting as an art, so art is a form, specifically when we see, art is expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form. So lighting, what we see as an art, so we can create it more visually appealing. At the same time, we can see different lighting into a facade lighting, landscape lighting, and indoor lighting also. So I will show you one of the project what we have recently completed. This is a art form of a lotus. So client here was very specific that we want to highlight the lotus shape, and the lights are behind this MS structure. So main lighting which you see on the floor, it is behind the structure. So the client requirement was that the structure should be seen as a lotus, but at the same time it is a banquet hall, so there should be no shadows on the floor. So we have done the project which was a shadow overlapping technique with the lighting. So you can see as a lighting as an art as a lotus. Here we have used the lighting in a form of a facade lighting. So this project we have completed in Goa with Hayat, and this project was having a facade itself, it looked like a art. Here you cannot see any of the spot lighting or a facade lighting or light which is coming in your eye, hurting your eye. Entire building is looking like an art. Some of the more applications about lighting, that how lighting can be used as a form of art, not as a product or as a technical product. Here we see the lighting itself is creating a form of art, whether you see in the morning or you see in the night. Both the ways, lighting is creating a different form and creating an art. We can also use the lighting as a functional use. So art as well as the functionality of the lighting. So product, it's not important, but the art is important. So we are not using product in the lighting, but we are creating the art as a product. Now let's talk about lighting as a science. So my father used to say that there are three streams. When you want to, after 10th, you can select art, commerce, or science. I have selected one stream, but now I am doing all three streams. So art is completed, now we talk about science. So what we talk about science in the lighting, lighting as a natural light, we will discuss melatonin in the human body which is affected by the light, blue light effect on the human body, and long-term health problems. So now we will discuss one in detail. Natural light is a constant change. So what we get in the natural light is 2700 Kelvin. In the afternoon we get 4600 to 6500 Kelvin. And in the night again, after 6 p.m., we get a 2700 Kelvin. So it's a constant change which is hitting our body and mind. What we talk in the science, this is called as a circadian rhythm. So more the blue light you have in the day, your mind is become more alert, and it is giving you more alertness to work. So more you want the performance. Today everybody wants the performance in commercial offices. But what they are about the human body. So more you want the performance, more the blue light is required. This is a blue spectrum component in the lighting. So more the blue light in your system is there in the environment, the more alertness you will get in the work. With the use of mix of LEDs, we can simulate this activity from morning to night, and after 6 p.m. we can add to your human brain. What is melatonin? Melatonin is a hormone made by the pineal gland in above the center of your brain, which helps your body to know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. When we talk about artificial light and the LEDs, this is the color temperature what we have recorded in spectrum test report. The spectrum which you get in 2700K, it is less of a blue light and more of a warm white lights. So when we are working, we need a 5600 Kelvin, and when we are sleeping, we want more of a 2200 color temperature to create the secretion of a melatonin in our brain. If you don't give your proper lighting whole day and you are sitting in the same position in the long term, then you can have all these problems, mental health issues, physical health issues, cardiovascular disease, and even it can increase the cancer hormone in your body. So light is more of a science, what we have talked right now. Now we will talk about lighting as technology. So what we are talking as a technology, how we can improve. As I told you, there are can be a good thing as LED lights, but it can be many pros and cons are there in the lighting. So in the cons, what you can see and what you can improve on that. So lighting as a technology, we'll talk about flicker-free lighting, lumen depreciation lighting, energy efficiency in the lighting, and glare-free lighting. What you see right now is flickering. Many a times you may be seeing this flickering in your camera, when you are taking a photo in your mobile, when you are taking a mobile video in a mobile. Okay, more than 120 cycles of lights are happening on and off continuously. This frequency is called as flickering. Okay. What is the bad effect of the flickering? If it is more than 5% in the long term, especially for the kids who are learning in the education institutes and in commercial offices, people who are working, if you are continuously working in more than 5% of flickering, it can give you a headache. It can give you a less of productivity in your work. So now the drivers are available, which can give you a less than 1% flickering. So you need to use that kind of a drivers to get the flickering out of the LEDs. Second thing, what we talk about, lumen depreciation in the LEDs. Every light which is 100% today, it will depreciate its lumen output in course of years. Okay, so now the drivers are smart drivers. The smart drivers can be programmed to start the efficiency of the light at 85% on the first day, day one. Okay, it increases the efficiency of the light 3% every year. Okay, so light is getting depreciated, but your drivers is improving the efficiency of the light and giving you the same output. So after 5 years, it will reach the 100%. So you can get the same light output over the years with the same light, with the same lumen output, so that your project or your area doesn't look dull. This is again a third technology where we are talking about energy efficiency. So what is energy efficiency? How we can achieve that energy efficiency? So many are giving output like you need to use automation, you need to use high-tech technologies to get this energy efficiency. But today I'm having the product which is pre-programmed driver, which can give you energy efficiency based on the timer. So automatically driver will be performing the dimming of LEDs and it will save the energy. From 6 p.m. it will start to 100%, and at 12 p.m. it will reduce to 50%, and in the night it can work only to 20%. So you don't need any high-end technology, high-end automation. You can simply do it with the drivers. So that is the technology today we are talking about for the future. What is glare? Glare is discomfort. Whether it is a sunlight, whether it is artificial light, it's a discomfort to the human eyes. Okay? For avoiding glare, there is a standard in the lighting, it is called as UGR, Unified Glare Ratio, which goes from maximum to 40 UGR and minimum to 5 UGR. The better the UGR, better the comfort you can get from the lighting. So what you can see in one photo is a glare, and what we can use is UGR based lighting fixture to avoid the UGR, and you can get up to less than 13, which can be excellent for your working. So this is all about lighting as an art, lighting as a technology, and lighting as a science. It's a mixture of all three streams. Thank you.